What's up guys, Jack McDonald here. I'm going to try to cover how I am sanding and refinishing my hardwood floors in my house. I think I roughly did it's probably about a 500 square foot area between my living room, hallway, a couple closets, little closet down here, and this bedroom here. This is 100% done, this bedroom in here. I'll show you what everything looked like originally. Here's a bedroom I didn't do, okay? You can kind of see the evidence of what I did to get to down to the bare wood. Now this is a room I haven't done yet because I got all kinds of crap in here, and I gotta clear out, get the other floors done before I can move everything around. But yeah, everything looked like this. A lot of scratches, and the hallway and living room are even worse. So everything that I'm about to show you looked like this at first. And I had to get it down to the bare wood using rented equipment from Home Depot. I used a drum sander and an edger, and I did 3 passes with the equipment, starting with 40 grit sandpaper. I did a pass, and then I did a pass with 60 grit sandpaper, and then I did a final pass with 100 grit sandpaper. And now that's with the floor sander and the edger. I had to do both. Now the edger gets close to the edge, and it's recommended, I would recommend that you remove the quarter round. I was fortunate that my quarter round was already removed when I bought this house, but that way you can get close up to your baseboard with the edger. You can probably get close to it without removing the quarter round. If you don't want to get into that, just get in there with a scraper and some sandpaper. It's not really that hard to get down the bare wood. It's just a little elbow grease, especially if it's just like little small areas. But if you gotta do, entire living rooms and hallways and stuff, you definitely, you should rent the equipment, because if you tried doing this with a palm sander, it would take you probably a month. So, but you can use a palm sander to get the areas that the other stuff didn't get, like these corners. Get a palm sander and a scraper. That's what I had to do. Here's the palm sander I use right here. So yeah, so that's a little tutorial on how to get it down to the bare wood. And once you get it down to the bare wood, you're going to vacuum it really good, and you're going to get the fine dust up with some tack cloth. So you want to get it down to the bare wood. I finished with 100 grit. Some people might go 120. I don't really think it's necessary. This is a floor that's 100% done. These little dark urine stains, probably from a dog that was in here, you'll never get them up. So it doesn't look that bad anyway. It just looks kind of like antique looking, if there are like dark stains, so don't really get too crazy over them. But this floor is 100% done. Now I did not put stain down after I sanded it down to bare wood. And I don't know why somebody would. I guess like people that know more about flooring want to try and get a certain look, but yeah, so that bare wood will end up looking like this with the polyurethane. The polyurethane changes the color of the wood. I'll show you the polyurethane that I used. And then I'll talk more about where I am in my process. It's the polyurethane I used. Bought it at Home Depot. It's got the satin finish I went with. This is a 2.5 gallon bucket. I think this was like $170 for that. And I think I'm going to be able to get like 500 square feet out of this can, in my estimate. So, and that's 2 coats. So I got, I'm prepping this floor. This floor has 1 coat down on it now. I put 1 coat of polyurethane down after I got it down to bare wood. And then I sanded it all with 220 grit sandpaper after I put the first coat down to get any lightly sanded. It says on the instructions, lightly sand the entire area 12 hours after it has dried, after you applied it, to lightly sand it with 220 grit sandpaper. And I did that using one of these, which is sandpaper, 220 grit, and I just went over everything. I'm not going to get into it, but I just kind of put a little elbow grease and hit the whole floor. And I got, now that'll get almost every nook and cranny, but I didn't get, like, there are some areas that it doesn't really get, so don't get too crazy about that, because this part is just to get down like the any high stuff, like bumps, like bubbles that were in it. So if you go over it once really good with the 220 grit, give it like a 2 good, go over it once, then go over it again kind of good, then vacuum it all, and then go over it all with a tack cloth. And I also use my sanding pole to run the tack cloth around. That's what this yellow stuff is. I bought that at Home Depot too. And I'm just going it all, getting after I vacuumed it, I'm getting the rest of the dust up with this tack cloth here. And every like 5 minutes or whatever, I'll take it and I'll find a clean spot on the tack cloth. I'll open it up, fold it over there. Just got to keep on folding it, and that'll get, you want to get as much dust up as you can. You're never going to get every bit of dust up. If you run your finger on there, you're still going to have like a tiny bit of dust, but you want to get as much of the dust up as you can with the tack cloth after you sanded it and vacuumed it. And then I'm going to apply the final coat the same way I applied the first coat with this lamb's wool applicator. And I bought it at Home Depot, and this wooden block comes with it, and these screws kind of, you undo them and you tuck the edges in there and you put it back on. And I rinse this off with paint thinner before I use it to get any lint off, and wear rubber gloves when you do, so you don't get paint thinner off your hand, and have like a little tub. I think this is the tub I use. This is I might try and reuse this one because I cleaned it out really good after the first coat, but I'm going to rub a little bit of paint thinner back on it again to get it, I think it helps like absorb the polyurethane a little bit better when you start off. So that's the process. And if you have any questions, I'll try and answer them for you.